Does opening your utility bill give you anxiety every month? In this video, I show you one simple hack to save money on energy bills this month and how to use a kilowatt device to pinpoint your highest energy sucking culprits. Stick around to the end of the video for my hot tip on how you can save 20% or more off your electric bills. I'm Ron Lyons, Mr. Clean Energy, author and energy expert, making sustainable living hip, affordable, and fun in today's modern world. For the latest tips, strategies, and reviews on reducing energy costs, eco-friendly products to help you save money while going green, and organic chemical-free solutions for better health, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell to be notified with new videos weekly. So your meter is running faster than you want and you're tired of those electric bills sucking your bank account dry. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use a kilowatt device so you can figure out what's costing you money and begin to save on energy bills this month. When I first used this device, I couldn't believe how much energy I was wasting every day, and it has saved me a bundle. So this is the Kilowatt Model P4460, which you can get on Amazon for about 26 bucks. Now there's another popular kilowatt device called the Kilowatt Easy P3 P4400, that's a lot of P's, which is the older model and will run you about 20 bucks. There's three main differences between them. One being that the 4460 is about $6 higher. Number two, the buttons are labeled a little bit differently across here for different functions. And then number three, the newer 4460 model calculates the cost of energy for you, whereas the P4400 does not. You have to do the math yourself, making it a little more complex. For the sake of energy savings, this is a feature that makes it a lot easier to use in my opinion and makes this one the one to use. I've put the links in the description below to both of them on Amazon so you can check them out for yourself. Oh, and one more thing, the newer 4460 has a battery for its memory, so even if it's unplugged, it'll continue where it left off, monitoring once it's plugged back in, whereas the P4400 does not. All the way around, again, I recommend the P4460. If you're using this as a tool to save money on your energy bills, it'll pay for itself in the long run once you've figured out which appliances and electronics are sucking up the most electricity. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is plug in your device. I recommend using just a standard power strip. This gives you flexibility to move into some of those hard to reach places. And you'll notice the first reading you see on there is the volts. Now this is just the potential energy that's coming into your home. And in the US it should be about 120, so I'm reading just over 121, which is perfect. The next thing you're going to do is set up your kilowatt hour rate, which you can find on your electric bill. And this is done simply by hitting the set button for about 3 seconds. And you'll see a flashing number. The default is going to be 25 cents. Mine is about 21, it's a little over 21 cents per kilowatt hour, so I've already got it set. You just use the up and down arrow keys and press set again, and that saves it in the device for you. Now you're ready to plug in your electronics and see the stats. You'll want to have your appliance or electronics plugged in for a few hours, preferably about 24 hours to get a good average reading. However, you can also get instant readings to get an idea of how much electricity is being used in real time. Also, you can see what items are drawing power even when they're turned off, which is called phantom or vampire power. You'll be amazed at how much energy some of your electronics are using even when they're turned off. I'll show you this in a second, but first I want to hear from you. What energy strategies have you used? Put your comments below and share how much money you've saved on energy bills. The first thing you do when plugging in whatever appliance or electronic you're testing is to reset the device. So in this case, I'm using my subwoofer. I'm going to plug it in here. I've actually had it plugged in for about 7.5 hours. But you plug that in there and you push the reset button. Now, I'm not going to push the reset button here because I want to show you some of the readings, but you hold that button down for 5 seconds and it'll reset it. You'll actually see across the screen, it'll flash reset. and that'll set all the numbers back to 0 to start a new appliance or electronics. All right, so let's talk about the menu button. The first thing I'm going to show you while we're on the volt screen, if you use the up and down arrow keys, you're going to see some different readings. So I'll push the up button first, and you'll see here it says PF. The PF just stands for power factor, which is the measurement of efficiency, with 1 being the desired reading. No need to worry too much about this. The next one is Hertz. So we'll push that. Hertz is just the cycles per second, which in the US the standard is 60. The next one is voltamps, which is the apparent power. Again, no need to worry about this one too much. The next one is watts. Now this is what I want to kind of bring you your attention to a little bit, because my subwoofer is actually not turned on. It's plugged in but not turned on, and the power is showing 11.3 watts. Now sometimes we confuse energy and power, but watt is a unit of power, whereas the energy used would be the amount of power used over a specific amount of time, which is typically expressed as kilowatt hours. But just to show you that there is power being used on here. So the next one is amps. So most people are familiar with the amps, which of course is the measurement of electricity flowing through the lines. One analogy I like to use is, imagine a water hose, and amps is the amount of water flowing through it, volts is the force or how strong the flow is, and watts is the measurement of amps times volts to give you the working capacity of electricity, or in this analogy, how much water is coming out of the hose. So the nice thing is you don't really need to worry about all that stuff. The P4460 calculates all of it for you. So all I have to do is plug it in and press a few buttons to get the picture. So we've already gone through those energy buttons. And the next one I want to show you, if you push the menu button again, is the cost. Now this is really cool, and this is where you can really start putting some numbers in your head. If you push the up and down buttons, you're going to see it's going to go to hour, day, week, month, and year, right? So again, that's going to the cost. Push the up button, and you can see now in this case, I told you about my subwoofer not being turned on. Most of you have probably heard of phantom or vampire load, and that's what's happening here. So you can see it's not registering cost per hour because it is such a small amount, but it is showing 5 cents per day, 35 cents per week, $1.51 per month, about $18 per year. So it's not that much, but if you imagine all of your electronics and appliances and you add them all up, it can add up to a significant amount of money. And especially if you have a cable box, TVs generally, and any other appliances or electronics that use heat will generally draw more power as well. So this is something to really take a look at with all of your electronics and appliances. Okay, now I wanted to show you my Salt Rock lamp. This is something that we have a couple of these in our house, and we run these all the time. So this particular salt lamp is not running with an LED in it. And if you push the menu button again and go to the volts, we'll look at some of those same numbers. Now it is showing a high power factor, which is good. 60 Hertz, it's normal. I'm not worried about that too much. Now you look at the watts, is about 14 watts, and that moves around a little bit, but generally around 14.5 watts. And 0.12 amps. And then if you look at the cost, per day is 7 cents, per week is 49 cents, per month is $2.12, per year is $25. All right, so here I'm trying my desk lamp, which has an LED bulb in it, and I've got that plugged in. I've just had it plugged in for a few minutes. So let's take a look and see what readings we have here. Oops. Okay, so if we look at the watts, which is the main thing to be concerned about on this setting, we're looking at 4.3, 4.4 watts. Remember, the Salt Rock lamp was, what, 14.5, so quite a bit different there. Now let's look at the cost of this. So per day, about a penny, 10 cents a week, 45 cents per per month, $5.54 per year. So this is something that's costing me a lot less. If I run it more, it's definitely going to cost me quite a bit less than something that doesn't have an LED bulb. Okay, so now you know how to use the Kill-A-Watt device, and you can begin taking the steps you need to save money on your energy bills. Now, I promised you a hot tip if you watch to the end, so here it is. If you want to save at least 20% or more on your electric bill, then this tip is for you. It all starts with an energy audit. That's right, with about an hour or two of your time and some real basic tools like the Kill-A-Watt device, you can do your own home energy audit, which will allow you to see exactly what your home needs to save money on energy bills. I'll be doing a video in the next weeks where I will walk you through the entire process, and I'll give you my energy audit checklist and all the tools you'll need to help you organize everything so you can strategize your plan to make your home more energy efficient and save 20% or more on energy bills. Also, if you want to join a community of people just like you, I have a Facebook page that you can join to get more answers and resources for living a cleaner, smarter, healthier life. Just click on the link below to join. If you like this video, please let me know by liking it below, subscribe, and share it with your friends who want to learn how to live a cleaner, smarter, healthier life. Also, comment below if you found this video helpful to you or you just want to share some additional insight. I always love a good story, so tell me yours. This is Ron Lyons, Mr. Clean Energy, your host for Do Life Healthier, wishing you a cleaner, smarter, healthier life.